Ladies and gents, I hope you're enjoying your hot roast. I hope you're enjoying your beers, because we are ready for the second part of our show this evening. Let's get the next two guys into the cage. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your first fighter out of the red corner. Fighting out of Ministry of MMA, please welcome Kiulak, Alex! And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner from Long Stratton Boxing. Put your hands together for Joe Santander! This is an amateur boxing bout over 3 2-minute rounds.
Okay guys, good. So, make sure you listen to the signs at all times, okay? If you go down the tour unless you think it's accidentally slip, or we'll give you 8 count. Make sure your hands start with your focus. If not, you can tap it out. You understand? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Touch gloves now. Keep it clean, guys. You're good. Let's go.
And here we go. Bout number 9. Kiulak Alex versus Joe Santander. Boxing bout here. Let's see what happens.
Our first boxing bout of the evening. Now, some might say it's a little bit unusual to see boxing in a cage. However, I don't mind it, to be honest. It's sometimes nice to see these guys with a little bit more space to move around and manoeuvre.
Yeah, definitely, and the audience here is definitely likes to see the boxing, the headshots, and the potential knockouts.
Joe Santander fighting out of Long Stratton Boxing, a new club set up originally by Adam Geely, who is actually a cut man for the UFC, so an exceptionally qualified man within the fight world. But it looks like, so far, Kiulak Alex is a little bit more composed here, perhaps the stronger of the two men, some might say, but just to look at things.
He's definitely the stronger, so physically looking, he is definitely the bigger man here, but they both came in a similar weight, so I don't know where he hides some of that weight.
But again, lovely distance there from Kiulak Alex, just moving forwards, taking his time and working into the guard of Joe Santander. And Joe Santander is a lengthy fighter. He needs to keep it at range here.
He definitely does, and the the big hooks of Alex coming in.
And I will be honest, I'm worried for the young man from Long Stratton Boxing. He's got an open guard, a really open guard when he comes forwards. His chin raises, and it looks like Kiulak Alex is just biding his time. As we say, a massive left-hand hook, just catching Joe Santander, and Santander's hands dropping well below his waist at times. Not a great game plan for the man from Long Stratton Boxing.
He definitely needs to keep his hands up against an aggressive hook like this. I mean, he's swinging for the fences here, but he comes back.
Again, he comes back. Joe Santander, does come back, does drop a few shots. However, let's not lose sight of the fact here, Tomek. This young man, Kiulak Alex, is a strong competitor. Low centre of gravity, strong punches being thrown. Joe Santander does need to execute a perfect game plan here if he's going to survive. And he needs to stop dropping his hands definitely below his waist, because that is not going to help him.
He definitely does. Alex has definitely found his range here. And that first round goes to him.
And I will be honest, I am worried for young Joe Santander. Needs to change his game plan big time here. Here we go, round number 2, Joe Santander in the black shorts with the gold trim versus Kiulak Alex in the camo shorts. Now, first round went strongly to Kiulak Alex, with Santander looking a little bit rocked, a little bit shaken at times. Now, let's see if things are going to change here in round number 2. But however, Santander seems to be a little bit lighter on his toes, keeping good distance thus far.
He certainly does. He seems to have found his range a little bit here, but as I say that, he takes a huge left hook from his opponent. That
is always going to be, it seems here in this fight, a danger zone for Santander. When he starts to move in close, that is the range, as we see there, of Kiulak Alex, just dropping big hooks. The shorter man working inside the guard with big hooks, uppercuts. That is going to be Kiulak Alex's game plan. And if Joe Santander doesn't keep this fight at range, then it's not going to end well for him.
No, it certainly isn't, as he misses there. But Alex, a really strong hooker, and you can just see him trying to get in.
Just dropping a big bomb there, missed though.
Definitely, indeed. And I almost get the feeling here that there's going to be a knockout coming. Even with his head guards, his shots are hard.
It's a dangerous case. As we said there, the front hand of Santander there, as he changes stance, it's unfortunate for him. Seems an orthodox fighter thus far, but changes stance to southpaw every now and again. And when he does, his front hand drops, and Alex just comes over the top with a big hook.
He does, and he's dancing a little bit here. He's definitely found his range now. Quite an interesting fight here, two different styles.
Although we've got to give it to Santander, he's eaten some big shots thus far in this fight.
And he's definitely take a shot.
He is still moving, he's still keeping his distance. His hands are dropping though. That's dangerous. That's dangerous, Tomek. When he's coming into that range, he's opening up. That is going to be Kiulak Alex's range, and Santander needs to be wary.
He does, the referee breaks him up here. You just have to ask yourself what is going through that head of Joe.
Lucky there. Santander was very lucky. The left hook of Kiulak Alex just catching the right shoulder of Santander before it glanced onto his chin, because that was an absolute rocket. And again, another big shot from Kiulak Alex. But again, tell you what, maybe we're not giving this young man enough credit. He's eaten some strong shots. Santander behind on the cards, but up in the estimations of myself. About 9 this evening. We've seen some great amateur mixed martial arts thus far. Now this is our first boxing bout. When we come back, we're going to have an exceptional evening of entertainment lined up for everybody. We've got some bad blood fights, we've got some title fights. We're going to move into the semi-pro mixed martial arts with headshots allowed. So the action is definitely going to be ranked upper pace. And these guys are just preempting that right here. A great example of stand-up boxing, with Kiulak Alex taking the initiative with big shots. And Santander there, just coming back with a nice right cross of his own.
He wants that knock.
it seems that Santander, Tomek, potentially a little bit more schooled in the amateur style of boxing. He's got a nice testing jab, a little bit more direct, a little bit more straight with his punches than Alex, who is a little bit more old school, potentially working in close, a little bit more, I guess, of an experienced fighter.
Definitely old school brawler, king like Alex. But this style is paying off for him here.
Great work there from Santander. I really admire this young man for getting into this cage, fighting with Kiulak Alex, who's obviously an experienced fighter, but not just that, but continuing to go, continuing to bang in this ring, despite giving up a little bit of weight and eating some big shots. This young man's got heart.
He definitely has. I do like the guy's jab. He needs to work that jab more, but trouble is, Alex just comes in like that, and it's really hard to stop the guy.
Big shots. I said in round number 1, and I will quite happily throw my hands up here. I said I was worried for Joe Santander. However, this young man has really impressed me. He has just come forwards and forwards and forwards across these 3 rounds, eating some huge shots, again as he does there. Shots that may well finish another man. However, this young lad from Long Stratton Boxing has shown tremendous heart in this whole fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, our first boxing bout of the evening. Give it up for both of these guys for a highly entertaining fight. Neither man giving an inch. We do have a split decision. Introducing your winner, fighting out of the red corner, Kiulak Alex. But ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for a man with heart and only 17 years old, Joe Santander.